Hi, welcome to Coding Droplets and thank you for watching this video. This is the second video of .NET MAUI tutorial series. You can find the playlist link in the video description. In this video, I'll walk you through the different types of pages that we can use in .NET MAUI. We are going to see more about Content Page, Navigation Page, Flyout Page, and Tab Page. So let's get started. Let me create a new project to show different types of pages in .NET MAUI. This project will be available in our GitHub repository. As done in the previous video, I am selecting .NET MAUI app project template. Let the project name be MAUI Pages. Then the framework we are using is .NET 6. Let's create a project. So the project is created now. Let me open app.xaml.cs. Here you can see the app shell is assigned as the main page. I'm just removing this main page.xaml and appshell.xaml. We'll be discussing about appshell later. So now we can just comment this out. Now let's create a folder named Pages. We'll be keeping all our pages inside this folder. So let me add a new content page inside the Pages folder. Content page will be the mostly used page in your application. Let the name be Demo Content Page 1. So first I'll show you how to assign the main page of our .NET MAUI app. I'm going to assign this newly created content page as the main page of our application. For that, just open app.xaml.cs, then we can provide the main page equals Demo Content Page 1. Sorry, I forgot to provide new here. So main page equals new Demo Content Page 1. Now let's run it and see whether the main page is assigned or not. Here you can see a welcome message at the top. Let's modify the message content in the Demo Content Page 1. I'm changing the label text to This is Content Page 1. Let's also make the font size bigger. I'm also making it bold. It is better to provide some margin as well. Let the text color be white. Now you can see the changes in the app. Let me also assign some background color for the content page. We can assign the color using hex color codes. Let's see in the running application. So everything is fine. Let me also place a button below the label. The button text is Click Me and also assigning margin. Now you can see the button here, but nothing will happen when we click that as we haven't implemented the click event. Now let's run this in Android emulator. The design is pretty much same in Android as well. So now we can create multiple content pages and I'll show you how we can navigate between content pages. Let me create another content page with the name Demo Content Page 2. I'm just copying the same contents from Demo Content Page 1 to Demo Content Page 2. Now we can just assign a different background color. Also changing the label text. Now in Content Page 1, I'm changing the button text to Open Content Page 2. Also, we can assign a name for the button. Let it be Content Page 2 button. Now let's create a click event for this button. You can see the created method in the Content Page class. Here we are implementing the method to open Content Page 2. Navigation dot. There are two methods, push async and push model async. Now we are using push model async, but I'll be showing you the push async soon. Now here we can provide an object of Content Page 2. Let's run the application and test it now. The application is loaded. While clicking the button, you can see it is opening Content Page 2. We can click the back button to close the active content page. Again, I'm opening and closing Content Page 2. Now in Content Page 2, I'm providing the button name as Close button. So we need to close the Content Page 2 on button click instead of tapping the back button. Let's create the click event now. Now here, you might be thinking of the same way what we have implemented in Content Page 1, like navigation.pushModelAsync, then providing the object of Content Page 1 as parameter. That is not the way to do it. I'll show you how it works. One more thing I need to mention is we can make this method async as the push model async is an avoidable method. Let's also make the ContentPage1 method async. Now let's run the application and I'll show you the problem with push model async in ContentPage2. The app is loaded. Now let me click on the button to open ContentPage2. Now let's click the button to close ContentPage2. So you can see the ContentPage1 is showing now. Again, if I'm clicking the button, it will show ContentPage2. It seems like the things are working fine, but it is not. Let's just try to close the active content page using back button. Now you can see it is showing ContentPage2. Again, if I'm clicking the back button, now it is showing ContentPage1. Now ContentPage2 again. Now ContentPage1. And finally, all the pages closed. Basically, what happens here is when we call push model async method, the app is creating a new instance of the content page each time and loading it. So from ContentPage2, when we are clicking the close button, it is not actually closing the content page. Instead, it is creating a new instance of ContentPage1 and loading it again. To really close a content page, we must use poke model async method and there is no need to provide any parameters. This method will just close the current content page. Let's try it now. Now I am clicking this button to open ContentPage2. Then while clicking the close button, it is going back to ContentPage1. Let me do it multiple times. Now let me click the back button and you can see there are no other open content pages. Hope you're clear with push model async and poke model async. Let me create one more content page with the name demo content page 3. We can just copy the page contents from existing one. Then assigning a different background color. Let's change the button text in ContentPage2 to close me. Now let's create one more button to open ContentPage3. Let the name be ContentPage3 button and creating a click event. Here we can open ContentPage3 using push model async method. Now in ContentPage3, let's just place a close button. In the click event, we can use the same poke model async method. So let's try it. First, I'm opening ContentPage2. Sorry, I forgot to change the button text. The label text in ContentPage3 is also not changed. Now I'm opening ContentPage3 by clicking the button. Close me button should close now. I think some mistake happened. Let me check the button click event. Sorry, it should be poke model async. Just clicking hot reload to apply the changes. Now the close me button closed ContentPage3. This close me button will close ContentPage2 as well. I'm just doing it multiple times. Finally, the back button from the ContentPage1 closed all pages. So this is what we need. Next, we are going to see about navigation page in .NET MAUI. .NET MAUI Navigation page provides a hierarchical navigation experience where you are able to navigate through pages, forwards and backwards and desired. Navigation page provides navigation as a last in, first out stack of page objects. I'll move the previous content pages to another folder named Content Pages Demo. Now we can create another folder named Nav Page Demo. Inside this folder, I'm creating a new content page with the name Nav Content Page 1. Then creating another content page with the name Nav Content Page 2. Let's create one more content page with the name Nav Content Page 3. Let me copy the page contents from our previous content page. Also, we can copy the background color. Let's change the name of the button and create the click event. Same way, I'm copying contents from other pages as well. So all the three new pages are ready. Next, let me open app.xaml.cs and change the main page. This time I'm creating an object of navigation page and assigning the new nav content page 1 object as the root page. Let me just run the application and I'll show you the difference. Here you can see a header navigation bar which is showing the title. Let's implement the button click events now. In nav content page 1, we need to open nav content page 2 while clicking this button. So let me provide navigation dot. This time I'm using push async instead of push modal async. Then the object of the content page to be navigated. Let me also make the method async. Next, in nav content page 2, we can provide the same push async method for opening nav content page 3. Then for the close button, I'm providing navigation.pop async method instead of pop modal async. Finally, in nav content page 3, we can provide the same pop async method for the close button. So now let's run the application and I'll show you the difference. Currently, we are in the root page, nav content page 1. I'm opening content page 2. Now in the navigation bar, we can see a back button which will also close the current content page. Let's try again. This time, I'm closing the content page using the close button and that is also working fine. Let's navigate to content page 3 now. The navigation is happening perfectly. Finally, the back button in the root page will close it. Let me also show you how we can modify the navigation bar. I'm just creating an object of navigation page in app.xaml.cs class, now assigning this object as the main page. Just before main page, I'm just assigning some properties of this navigation page object. Let's assign a custom bar background color. Now let's see it enable later. It is showing in a brick color which we have assigned. Let me also assign bar text color. Now you can see the text color is showing in black. Hope you are clear with navigation page. Next, we are going to see about Flyout page. .NET MAUI Flyout page is a page that manages two related pages of information. A flyout page that presents items and a detail page that presents details about items on the flyout page. Selecting an item on the flyout page will navigate to the corresponding detail page. So first, let's create a folder named Flyout Page Demo. Then adding a new content page with the name Demo Flyout Page. In order to make this a flyout page, we need to make some modifications. First thing is changing the content page tag to flyout page. Then inherit the page class from flyout page. Let's clear the page contents now and provide the elements needed. The first element is flyout page.flyout. And the second one is flyout page.detail. Now inside flyout page.flyout, I'm creating a content page. We must provide a title as well. Then let me assign a background color so that it will be easier to identify. Inside the content page, we can just place a vertical stack layout with a label. Let the label text be "This is Flyout page.flyout." Then aligning horizontally to the center, let's assign margin as well. Now inside Flyout page.detail, first let's place a navigation page. For a navigation page, we must pass the root page as a parameter. We have already done that while discussing about navigation page. To do the same from XAML, we can use xArguments attribute. So inside xArguments, I'm providing a content page with a different background color. Then inside that, we can just create another vertical stack layout with a label in it. The label text is "This is Flyout page.detail." That's it needed. Now let's make this as the main page. Now let's run this and I'll show you how the Flyout page is. In the navigation bar, you can see the button for Flyout. The text is not visible clearly, so let me make it bigger. Now we can see the text clearly. So this area, what we are seeing is the Flyout page.detail. If we click the Flyout button, it will open the Flyout page.flyout content. This is how Flyout page works. Let's see how it works in Windows machine. In Windows machine, it is having a split behavior. The Flyout page.flyout is getting displayed on the left side. We can really change this behavior. For that, we can assign the Flyout layout behavior property of the Flyout page. Let me assign it as pop over. Now you can see that it is having the same behavior of Android app. Split behavior is the same one which we have seen before in Windows machine. Now I'll show you how will be the split behavior in Android. In Android, still you can see the same popover behavior. The value of the Flyout layout behavior property only affects apps running on tablets or the desktop. Apps running on phones always have the popover behavior. We also have two more behaviors, split on landscape and split on portrait. Those are for assigning the split behavior based on the orientation. Just test those two in your project and let me know your thoughts in comments. Now let's move to tab pages. .NET MAUI tab page maintains a collection of children of type page, only one of which is fully visible at a time. Each child is identified by a series of tabs across the top or bottom of the page. Typically, each child will be a content page, and when its tab is selected, the page content is displayed. So let's create a new folder named tab page demo. Then inside that, I'm adding a new content page with the name demo tabbed page. Here we need to change the content page tag to tabbed page and inherit tabbed page in the class. Now let's implement the page contents. First element is a content page with title and a label inside it. Now let me copy paste two more content pages, then changing the title and the label text. So now we have three content pages, home, cart, and profile. Next, let's assign this tabbed page as the main page and run it. Now we can see there are three different tabs in the app and we can navigate by clicking each tab. Let me make the label text bigger. It is hard to see the text. Hope you can see the text clearly now. Next, let me show you how we can add icons for the tabs. I'm just copying three different images to the images folder inside the resources folder. Then we can assign the image file name in the IconImageSource property of the content page. Let me assign it for other tabs as well. Let's run the application and see how it is getting displayed. We are unable to see the images because both images and the background are white in color, so let's assign a different color. There are two properties for assigning colors. Selected tab color is for the active tab, and unselected tab color is for the remaining tabs. You can see now the selected tab is in red color and the other tabs are in blue. We can also assign the bar background color. Let me assign some color for it. I'm also assigning a different color for bar text. This is how it works. Let's see how it looks in Windows machine. In Windows, this is how it is getting displayed. It is not looking good, so let me make some changes. Now we are able to see the tabs clearly. So hope you're clear with all the different types of .NET MAUI pages. We'll be going in detail in an upcoming session. So that's it for this video. See you all in the next video. Thank you.